evening. Ay, start na natin. Let us start. Two. Ah, ito wala. Wala audio. What happened? Yes. Oh. Yusin muna natin. Meron na yan. Yun, alright, meron na. Kanina ay wala eh. Ba't kaya? Yan, alright, let's do this. Bawi tayo. Yan, okay. Start.
The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court too as they get ready to go to work on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, for the last few years, the Lakers have been in some turmoil in Los Angeles. Now, they have had some tough luck with injuries that set them back some. But inconsistent effort, execution, and roster construction was also a concern. But a summer of moves that was topped by acquiring Anthony Davis has drastically improved the roster. The question remains, though, have they done enough to now contend in the West? Kevin?
Shout out to the...
Thanks, David.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers needed to acquire more veteran talent to put alongside LeBron, and they've done just that.
And, you know, time is creeping up on LeBron. He turns 35 this season. Really, for the Lakers, the time is now if they're going to compete to get him another ring and perhaps themselves another banner.
So the next starting five. Wilson Chandler out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in the two-guard spot. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's James in at the three. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip.
Pensa. Nothing to
Davis
it.
with it.
Defense.
There's the triple. Jordan with the rebound. Durant with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Left side, Irving. The three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
Now, here is Irving. Left side, Jordan. James against KD. Outside, Irving. From past the arc. Again, Irving missing. Kuzma against Chandler. And Davis puts it in.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Durant. Passes it to Chandler. Shoots over Kuzma. Chandler, no good. Irving against Rondo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Outside Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Back to Jordan. Over Davis. Chandler trying to free himself up. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harris.
You know, Harris has a really good all-around game, and I've been most impressed by his passing.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, LeBron.
Rondo passes to LeBron. Back to Rondo. Lakers working the ball around now. LeBron with it. He's picked up by KD. LeBron with the bucket. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Jordan.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Rondo looking over the floor. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. And there's another one for the Lakers.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Irving. Outside, KD. Over James. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And there's little the D can do to stop the Durant. Phenomenal at using his length to get his shot over those outstretched arms.
James against Jordan. James finds Kuzma. And it's blocked by Jordan. And he gets it back. And James throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
than sports fans. Alright.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodion Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
All right. Number 2.
First one falls for.
Good job.
Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes. But understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits. And really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Pass to Cook. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the night. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. Rebounded by the Nets. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
LeBron, no luck. Nets trail by 5. Prince with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Prince, the pass to Allen. Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Allen. That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Cook. Here's the 3. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist from Cook.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
Pass to Kurucs. Passes to LeVert. Allen surveying the D. Clock at 6. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bradley comes in for LeBron. And it's Troy Daniels in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bradley dishes to Cook. No one near him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 10-point game. Good on the triple. Prince has got 5 now.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
From the line, that shot no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And you have to credit the defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We come back right after this.
Come back after this, okay? Bati-bati mo.
And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, you know, we could play big, we could play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And, it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Lakers?
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
JaVale McGee is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Avery Bradley, and it's Cook in at the 1. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Bradley, no one around him. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Right. 2. Ako sa'yo, Yan ang malalim. One, two, three.
The first free throw is good. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. He's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. So Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
The Nets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Nets trail by 9. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Durant against Davis. KD's shot is off.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Daniels kicks to Rondo. Outside Bradley. Pass to Cousins. Rondo with the ball. From deep three-point range, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now, here is Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Bradley. Offline with his 3. Nets trail by 9. KD on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Over Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Oh, balikat.
And the first one at the line is good.
Nice one.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And so Durant nails them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going. And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Talaga laban yan. Tayo masyado tambak.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Moving against Rondo. 4 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Daniels.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Nets trail by 10. Irving kicks to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Three-pointer. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Rondo, and stolen by Jordan. Back to Durant. Over Green. KD can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 7. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And the Lakers check on 2 more.
You know, for a big guy, Kuzma's got some really nice handles and a knack for knocking down shots off the dribble.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. KD against Green. Got a piece of it. Here's Jordan. A rebound by the Lakers.
What appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Daniels passes to Kuzma. There's 1:54 left now here in the second.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Harris. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
You know, the Brooklyn Nets last season more than doubling their win total from 2 years prior. Great improvement. A surprise playoff team in the East for sure.
Nets trail by 6. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. And here's Rondo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for Davis.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Timeout called the Nets. And the attendance numbers can lag behind for a breakout team, Clark. Last season, the Nets, for instance, ranked last in the NBA.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit, guys, before you catch up. The winning leading to fans. After the 2019 playoff run, I think they're going to see more people in the seats for sure.
Hello? Nice shot. Bati mo na, greetings sa lahat ng viewers. Games mode na. Pampalis pagod.
group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. James comes in for Danny Green. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's LeVert. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. Off the left rim and out. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. They're leading by 8. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Dinwiddie finds Allen. Prince, right side, over James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Ito na last.
And stolen by Kuzma. And McGee kicks to Caldwell Pope. James against Dinwiddie. And here is LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Break time, halftime break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling my paint. Shaquille O'Neal.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Start of the third quarter. All right.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at James, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation.
All right,
you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp in Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's Rondo, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Harris against Green. Back to Rondo. Outside, Davis. Here's James. And it's sent back by PD.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
All alone, and Kuzma slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Los Angeles. James with it, guarded now by Irving. And that one's good. Green.
Just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
7 straight fast break points, Greg. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
Now, here is Irving. He has 6. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Durant.
And how about the body control by Durant? Takes the hit, but able to adjust. Yet another thing that makes him special.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. So it's the Lakers now. Lakers leading by 12. Outside Rondo. There's the pass to Green. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Bradley's subbed in for Danny Green. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
It was to the chagrin of many that Cousins joined the Warriors last season, but it looked to be the right choice for him. Got to take his time rehabbing and came back to a team in first place with no pressure.
And with Cousins last year, you know, Greg, he came back with a bit of a minutes restriction.
And Kevin, time will tell just how full a recovery Cousins can make. But last year went how he hoped it would with regards to taking a year to get things right and be in a good situation.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo.
off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters, and many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Nets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Shooting 2.
Triple shoot. Persaingannya malah memang. Right.
And that one falls for Prince.
And we see the league-wide move discouraging mid-range shots. The Nets definitely among that group.
Yeah, and it's borne out here in that last season they took the 3rd fewest mid-range shots and allowed the 2nd most. So the analytics message taking real strong hold in Brooklyn.
Take your time. All right, good.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005. And amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
Good.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Nets trail by 17. Dinwiddie outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And after shutting it down early, this was the longest offseason of LeBron's career.
Yeah, and a chance for him, guys, perhaps to recover from years of deep playoff runs. I know he wouldn't want it that way, but he'll take advantage of the fact that he didn't have to wear his body out as much as he has in the past. And criticized and counted out, you knew he'd be motivated to come back strong.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Feeds it to Prince. No good that time. James with some nice D. In the corner, Bradley with it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Outside Irving. Will it go? And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cook. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kuruc is checked in. Lakers leading by 23. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. And a miss there on the triple.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And, you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
The Nets have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shooting 2.
Triple shoot.
That free throw good from Allen.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley.
Rajon Rondo.
Both good from the line that time. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Rondo against Dinwiddie. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. McGee's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already.
All right.
Lakers ahead, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome Mendoza Vlog.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Cousins. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Left side, Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. And that one, good.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
LeBron against Harris. It's LeBron with the drive. Got that bucket.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. Seems everything's falling for them this half.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Jordan gets it to go.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
And the Lakers call time here.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Salamat sa pag-visit dito sa Vlogger TV. Alright.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for DeMarcus Cousins. And then for Brooklyn, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Allen. And it's Kevin Durant in for LeVert. Now here's James. Green deciding where to go with it. Kuzma outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Jordan. Great tee that time from Davis. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Green, and Green slams it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
And Durant puts up a deep 3. That one misses. And the Lakers take it the other way. It's Kuzma top the key. Outside for Rondo. Pass to LeBron. And another 3 for the Lakers.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
The wing jumper off target.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Durant down low. He's guarded by Davis. To the middle, and it's Davis with the jam.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down, and he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Right side, Jordan over Davis, and again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run right now. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. High post, KD working on James. And here's Harris from the arc. And the Nets miss again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
It's stolen by Green. James with it, picked up by Harris, and they double up James. Green in the post. KD's on him. Green, no luck. It's Durant with the drive. The baseline jumper goes down.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Durant. Harris's shot is off. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-6 run.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for LeBron.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
KD against LeBron. Passes it to Jordan. Right wing. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Musa. And a miss there off the inbound. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Daniels. Cook looking it over. Now Howard. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
All right.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Malupit.